Hello guys and girls, this is a little update video on the Space Cat baseline video I made recently, and I decided to share the entire preset video instead of just the square wave. And this is also a extended version of what we did in the tutorial. It contains now 2 instead of 1 oscillator, and you can seamlessly blend between the square wave and the sawtooth, both emulating a 303. Don't let the visuals fool you. It looks like as if they would cancel out, right? But we have a different phase shift. The phase of the saw starts here. The phase of the square wave starts here. You can actually easily blend between a square and the sawtooth, and it sounds quite nice in my opinion. Then I have a sine wave oscillator, which allows you to add some phase modulation. We can invert the phase of both oscillators. This section remains the same. It's basically the stereo section. This here is the mono section. I have a knob here where you can adjust the filter, saturation, or distortion behavior. I have an amplifier here which tries to compensate the level a little bit so that you don't get too much of a volume difference when you adjust the setting here. It's not perfect, but it gets you roughly there. Here's the mixer section where we mix the mono signal and the stereo signal. Then here's the all-pass filter, which doesn't show polarity anymore in the latest version of Bitwig. Beta version, I might have to add, because in the release version it works perfectly fine. And then here's a saturation, which you can mix in. You can mix wet and dry. Here's the saturator. And here the same concept. When you adjust the saturation here, the amplifier here should compensate the amplitude roughly so that you don't get too much of a volume spike. And then here we have the output mixer, where you of course also can adjust the volume. Then I mapped most of the important parameters to whatever controller pages. So here we have the mono section of the filter. We have the cutoff, the envelope amount, the decay of the filter envelope, the oscillator level, and then here the same for the stereo section. Then the second page is the shape page. Here we can control the oscillator FM, the filter drive, stereo filter drive, the oscillator mix. We have the saturation mixer, the saturation itself. We can invert the phases here. And then the third page controls the effects chain. Here the mix, I probably have to rename this before uploading. This is a delay mix. Then the sidechain amount, which might be a bit confusing, works in reverse. Actually, this does nothing, and the more you turn down the knob, the more it starts sidechaining. Then this is the all pass, which is that one, the one here. Then the clean is basically an EQ curve that gets applied. It's just kind of a suggestion how you could equalize it. Depends, of course, on your settings and the pitch of the baseline you're in. So that's just as a suggestion. Then the clipper, this is the threshold, and the knee. By the way, I think this clipper sounds absolutely amazing. I really love it. Might make a video about it. And also, last but not least, well, the tutorial was called Space Cat baseline, but when you just tweak the parameters a little bit and take a lower BPM, use a different kick drum, this can also be a kind of perfect Dekel or Captain Hook baseline. So yeah, this is a simple kick and bass setup. So yeah, just listen to it real quick. yeah, I think it sounds quite decent. So hope you enjoy this device, you have fun, and you make some great music with it. Peace out.